We back talking sports. Get on up in here because this is something that we got to talk about. This is definitely something we got to talk about. Shout out to the chat gang. Shout out to everybody who been supporting me. I seen a couple of my videos that went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Um, Trying to be more consistent with my lives and everything like that. Yeah, try to be more consistent with my lives and everything like that. So let's get on up in here. Share the live. Share the live. Yeah, go ahead and share the live. I know it's early. I know it's early. Yes, sir. So I'm gonna get into this one. So the Warriors. As you know, we lost Clay Thompson. Um, we didn't get a player that was like on Clay Thompson prime Clay Thompson level. But I believe we got players that could, you know what I'm saying, fill the void as far as his points, not his shooting, even though his shooting, you know what I'm saying, has went down a little bit. I think we got okay players. But I found this article on Fadeaway World that was very interesting. Actually two articles. So I'm gonna let y'all hear my thoughts on it and everything, but let's get it. So as you know, the Warriors, we need to what's going on, what's going on, how you doing, Andrea? As you know, the Warriors, we need a second scorer. Yes. Jonathan Kaminga, he has to either make a have a breakout year or it's really gonna be time to like trade him. One thing I will say this over the last couple of years, my Warriors need to get better at developing talent. I or you know what I'm saying, being able to use the developed talent that they have. Now, in this article it says, could Jimmy Butler actually end up on the Golden State Warriors? Here's a 14 trade idea that could make it happen while shaking up the entire league. It says Jimmy Butler and the Warriors, that's a combination that will instantly turn heads. Currently, Butler remains locked into his role. What's going on? What's going on? Remain locked into his role, but there's been buzz around his future. Entering the final guaranteed year of his contract, Butler has reportedly decided against signing an extension with Miami, opting to reevaluate his options after the 24-25 season. This opens the door for speculation, especially with teams like Golden State Warriors showing interest in a potential trade. The Warriors are in a tricky spot financially, making it difficult to sign a marquee free agent outright. But if a star like Butler became available, Golden State could be aggressive in trying to land him. Butler would bring the kind of grit and leadership the Warriors need to extend their championship window with Steph Curry still at his peak. Steph Curry is not at his peak. Steph Curry is still in his prime, I believe, but peak Steph Curry, I don't know. What's up, Alex? How about that win for the Michigan Wolverines? They said we couldn't do it. They said we was gonna get blew out. How about them Tigers? Yes, sir. Lil CJ was popping, everybody. So it says Butler's commitment to Miami isn't in question for now, but with the Heat failing to secure a significant title run in recent seasons, and Butler entering his mid 30s. What's up, little CJ? But he might be tempted to explore new possibilities. So here's the trade. It's a 14 trade. The Warriors, we received Jimmy Butler. The Heat received Trey Young, Harrison Barnes, Kevon Looney, and Jonathan Kaminga. The Hawks receive Andrew Wiggins, Terry Rozier, Gary Payton II, a 2025 first round via us, the Warriors, and a 2026 first round with the Heat. And the Spurs received DeAndre Hunter, Nikola Jovic, and Pele Larson. This trade gives the Warriors a proven veteran in Butler with an expiring deal. The Hawks gain valuable assets and picks to rebuild or retool their roster. Meanwhile, Miami gets a dynamic playmaker in Trey Young with youngster Jonathan Kaminga, and the Spurs add another promising young player in the in Jovic to rebuild their. The Warriors replace Klay Thompson scoring with Jimmy Butler. The Warriors, looking to get back to their championship ways, could make a big splash by trading for Jimmy Butler. With Klay Thompson now gone after signing with the Mavericks, Golden State has been on the hunt for a top level shot creator to partner up with Steph Curry. In this potential trade, the Warriors could send out some key guys like Andrew Wiggins, Kevon Looney, and Kaminga, bring in Butler, who's a 6-time All Star. Butler's contract is in his last guaranteed year, and most people think he'll opt out of his 2025-26 player option to hit free agency. He didn't sign an extension with the Heat this summer, so his future is kind of up in the air. Butler would give the Warriors exactly what they need, a guy who can lock down opponents defensively and show up big in the clutch. Last season, he averaged 20.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, 5 assists in 60 games, nearly shooting 50% from the field and over 40% from three. His leadership and experience in high pressure games could push Golden State over the hump after they missed the playoffs last year with a 46-36 record, falling short in the play in. Butler's toughness on both sides of the ball should help the Warriors close out games better. From a financial angle, though, it's tricky. Butler's 48.8 million salary next season would strain the Warriors cap, but the good news is that he's an expiring deal. They could either try to re-sign him, work out a new deal. Ah, yeah, them USC Trojan condoms hit different. Now, letting go of Andrew Wiggins, who played a big role in their 2022 title run and averaged 13.2 points and 4.5 rebounds last season, would definitely hurt. His defensive skills and Kaminga's potential as a young star are big losses. And let's not forget Looney, who's been solid on the boards, pulling down 9.8 rebounds per game last year. But the Warriors are trying to squeeze every bit of Curry's prime years, so taking the gamble on Butler could be worth it. If the Heat start off slow and decide to shake things up, Golden State could be one of those teams knocking on their door at the trade deadline. In this mock trade, the Warriors will be banking on the idea that Butler and Curry together could give them the push they need to get to the top of the West. So here's my opinion on this. While I do think that this would be a good trade for us, but Jimmy Butler is 36 and injury prone. Yeah, I seen the city jerseys. I like the city jerseys. I definitely like the city jerseys. I like the city jerseys for Detroit and the Warriors. But back to what I was saying. Listen, Jimmy Butler is injury prone, but at the same time, he would be the best two-way player we didn't had since prime Klay Thompson. And I do believe, if healthy, he can help us get to the championship. We didn't seen Steph Curry win a championship with Andrew Wiggins as his second best player. Now, what does help us is that he's on an expiring deal. So this will be the last year of his guaranteed money. I see the Vancouver jersey looking good, but at the same time, like I said, he's injury prone, and if we give up Now I do think TJD could replace Looney with the boards and defensively and everything. But then we got Andrew Wiggins, you know what I'm saying, who is still really good on defense. He still can rebound. He's still, you know what I'm saying, worth something. But getting Jimmy Butler would help us a lot. We will have a sometimes a number one scorer, sometimes, and it can go to either Curry or Jimmy Butler in the clutch. That will help us a whole bunch. But like I said before, Jimmy Butler is he's older. He's older than he's the same age as Steph Curry, almost. With a lot more, you know what I'm saying, injury prone and work on his body. I do believe that this will make us better. Losing Clay Thompson would be a thing of the past because of what Jimmy Butler brings on both ends of the ball. And he wouldn't have to carry the load so much like he does in Miami. Because personally, in Miami, I think they have done Jimmy Butler a disservice. I don't care what nobody say. Those teams that Jimmy Butler had, bro, going to the finals, he was not supposed to go to the finals with them teams. That's why I respect Jimmy Butler so much, regardless of him being injury prone. You know what I'm saying? I respect him so much just because of that. You know what I'm saying? I respect him so much because of that. Now, with that being said, I think there's a better move, you know what I'm saying, that we can make. Um, I think there's a better move that we can make, but it's probably less attainable. But I do think Jimmy Butler makes us a contender in the West. I do. You got Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry in the backcourt. Let's see, we keep Moses Moody. So we have Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, TJD, Kaminga, and what? Buddy Hield or somebody like that, doing small ball. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we would be losing Andrew Wiggins in this mock trade. We'll be losing Andrew Wiggins, losing Gary Payton, Jonathan Kaminga, Kevon Looney. But I think Podzinski, he will be able to step up. We got slow mo. We do got David Bertans and players like that. But I think Jimmy Butler helps us so much. Where we lost from Clay Thompson, we would get somebody who can a point of attack, a point of attack defender. Jimmy Butler is still a phenomenal defender and can get buckets in clutch moments. So I think he would help us. Like I said, the downfall is him being 36, injury prone, and then his 48.8, his $48 million, you know what I'm saying, the $48 million he would be making, but it is an expiring contract. So I do think that this would make us a lot better. It will hurt us, but I think Quentin Post could step in and take Kevon Looney, you know what I'm saying, help us with the rebounds as well as TJD helping us with the rebounds. Um, you know what I'm saying? I think that would make us a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Because we would have a second scorer behind, you know what I'm saying, Steph, that could get 25, 30 on any given night. But that's my thoughts on that. Now, I actually did see maybe a better move. It's less attainable, but it is a better move in my eyes. And that's the article I seen that Golden State Warriors could pursue Giannis Antetokounmpo in the 2025 off season. It says the Golden State Warriors are hoping to maximize the last years of Steph Curry's NBA career. This is what I'm loving about Golden State. They're prioritizing Steph Curry's last couple of years in his prime, knowing that he might not be this way. in the next 2 or 3 years. We don't know. While I think Curry could play like this into his 40s, we don't know. So I do love that for my team. It says the Golden State Warriors are hoping to maximize the last years of Steph Curry's NBA career, and the best way to do it will be by landing another superstar. As for who the Warriors might go after, the Athletics' Sam Amick stated on TK show that Giannis Antetokounmpo is a name to monitor in 2025. One thing one that I think is just always going to be monitored around the NBA is if the wheels fall off the Bucks. He said, "We know that Joe Lacob has had dreams of Giannis coming to the Warriors' way for a very long time. Again, unlikely, but Chris Middleton is going to be a free agent next summer. I think Giannis is worth monitoring." It says, Antetokounmpo could think of ashing out of Milwaukee Bucks do have another disappointing season. The Bucks have failed to get out the first round in each of the last two campaigns, and another early exit might lead the two-time MVP considering his options. The problem I see for the Warriors, though, is that they just don't have a lot of valuable assets to trade. The earliest that Antetokounmpo can hit free agency is 2027 by declining a 62.8 million player option for 2027, 2028. So no one is getting him for pennies on the dollar. If you put Curry aside, Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Pajinski are the only Warriors I see who have real value on the trade market. But at this point, I don't think either of these two is guaranteed to be a star in the future. If Kuminga and Pajinski take some big leaps in 2024, 2025, then maybe the two of them and some draft picks might be enough to land to Kupo. But that's a big if. If the Warriors do somehow manage to land Giannis in 2025, they will turn into serious title contenders. The eight-time All-Star averaged 30.4 points, 11.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 1.2 steals, and 1.1 blocks per game in 2023-2024, and remains one of the very best players in the NBA. Put Antetokounmpo aside Curry, who averaged 26.4 points, 4.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, zero point 0.7 steals, and zero point 0.4 blocks per game. You said Jimmy got traded. I'm gonna have to look that up. Is that cap or is that facts, Christian, and the rest of the gang? Is that cap or is that facts? Anyways, I think if we got Giannis, we the favorites in the East. I mean, we favor in the West. Simple. You said I don't know. Well, I'll see. I'll check it out. But thanks for the info. If whether it's true or whether it's not, I have to look into it. But I think Giannis Antetokounmpo makes us instant favorites in the West. I mean, you got Curry taking care of the outside and Giannis dominating inside. I mean, I don't know who the fuck we would have to give up, but it'll probably be Pajinski, Jonathan Kaminga, some picks and stuff like that. But this is a big if. You know what I'm saying? This is a huge if. You don't know. I know that Giannis and Curry. I know Giannis for sure has said he would want to play with Steph Curry and everything like that. I think that would be a dominant duo. I think that'd be the new Kobe and Shaq. Like no cap, bro. Just a little bit past. They're older than what they were, and I think Giannis wouldn't have to carry most of the load. He probably wouldn't get as injured. You know what I'm saying? He got a guy who is literally a number one on the championship team. You know what I'm saying? So you got them two. Then you got, I think they would, Draymond would still be there. So you got Giannis and Draymond in the paint. Then what? Probably a keep TJD. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Or we might trade TJD. But think about this, bro. Curry and Giannis together, right? Draymond, let's say we still have Draymond. Let's say we trade Wiggins, Jonathan Kaminga, and Pajinski or something. We could have Curry and Buddy Hield in the backcourt. Then Draymond at the three. We could put Giannis at the four and put TJD at the five or Quentin Post, whichever or. Bro, we would be so good. We got Buddy Hield and Steph Curry spacing the floor. Then you got Giannis who can dominate the paint in there. You got Draymond who literally can just roam and do what he do. Like, bro, our defense and our spacing will be pretty good. I think we will be a top team, if not the favorites to come out the West. Probably a top team. But this is way less attainable than the Jimmy Butler shit. I think Jimmy Butler is the more realistic probably trade. But like I said, my biggest thing with that is he's 36 and he has been known to get injured, injury prone. Those are my two things. I'm not worried about how Jimmy Butler's gonna play. I know what he does. He might have to, what I'm saying, take it up a notch in the regular season, but I know what he's gonna do in the postseason. I know Jimmy Butler gonna show up. But it's just about him being healthy. And the expiring contract gives us, what I'm saying, leverage. Because that would be his last year on guaranteed money. Now they can choose to re-sign him depending on how it goes. But I think that would be a pretty good trade. But it is all about what we give up for him. As far as the Giannis one, that's more so like speculation. Not even speculation. It's more so like a pipe dream, honestly. Hopefully my Warriors do something to try to, what I'm saying, or maybe Kaminga he starts the gate out like going crazy and looks like an all-star. That's the only way I could see the Warriors not pulling the plug, not pulling, what I'm saying, not shooting their shot for trying to get a number two behind Curry, is if Jonathan Kaminga takes a huge step and Pajinski takes a step. That's the only way I can see it happening because we need way more than what we had out of Jonathan Kaminga last year. I think Clay leaving opens the door for that, but at this point, you don't know, man. You don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Do y'all think the Jimmy Butler trade would be a good trade for the Warriors, or the Giannis pipe dream trade if they would be able to get him? Y'all put in the chat. It's been Who Is Hendo, man. Like, share, subscribe this video, please, and subscribe to my other channel, Real Hendo, my second channel. I appreciate everybody, man. It's been Who Is Hendo with another video, man. I'm out. Peace.